Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator. This place should look pretty familiar for most of you, assuming you guys actually play this game, because we are here in Elmcreek. I'm not exactly here by choice. Well, I am, but I'm not, because I'd rather be in Teton County, but when I was working on it, I had a game crash, and it's one of those game crashes that the save file apparently corrupted and disappeared. So I'm going to take the opportunity to work on trying to get that set up right again with all the proper buildings and whatnot. That may take me a while because I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be doing it right. But regardless, we're going to be starting a series here on Elmcreek, and hopefully, because it is base game, even with all the mods that we have, we shouldn't have near as many issues. There's going to be a few stipulations that I'm going to put on myself for this game. Or for the series, that is. The first one being that we're going to be doing a lot of contracts. For one, because I have 3 fields. 3 tiny fields. And I did go ahead and I purchased the soil information for all 3 fields, because it's all one shot anyway. But we have 45, 46, and 44 right now. And we have no loans. This is where our finances are. Like I said, the only thing we've done is purchase the soil information, which is apparently under miscellaneous, which makes sense. It is a mod. So yeah, we have $98,000. I'm going to do what I can. I want to try to get through at least the winter into springtime, if not a full season of what I currently have, before looking at replacing anything. Now, I will actually be buying equipment. We're going to go over here, and these are kind of what we have. The reason why I'm going to be buying equipment is because, as you can see, I have no baler. We have crop in the ground that will drop hay. I think it's hay or straw, one of those two. And I want to bale it so that way we can get more income. Initially, anything that we currently get, I would love to try to take to market immediately, but I also want to make sure that we're going to be getting the best dollar for what we're doing. And apparently this is the only field that is ready to harvest, because it's the only field with crop on it. Interesting. So yeah, a lot of times when I've gotten into Elmcreek, first thing I do is replace everything. Even before harvesting this field, I replace everything because I can't stand the base game stuff. And that's just me. Like, I'm not... yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try to hold true to what I just said and try to see if we can get it through till this time in year 2, beginning of August, before we even consider trying to replace anything. Now, me trying to say that I'm going to buy anything outright, well, actually, I want to make sure that we are set up with dropping the straw. We are, good. That does not mean that I can buy something brand new and just not use the other piece of equipment. No. If we buy something new, like if I buy a new harvester, it's either because we have the fields that require a second harvester, or I'm outright replacing this. That's kind of the stipulations I'm gonna be trying to put on myself in that regard. And man, the harvest is not looking great. So this might be one of those deals that I might just say screw it and just take it to market, so I don't have to look at it in my silo. The other thing is that the only animals I'm looking at initially of getting are going to be chickens, a dog, and bees, honey. So, because the bees actually can provide an incentive, a bonus to your harvest. If you didn't know that. Yeah, next time you guys hop in the game, take a look at the bees. I'm pretty sure it says something about improving your crop harvest. So... we are basically looking at a very basic setup right now. it's going to take everything I got not to immediately want to change things. But I need to do this. It's going to be a struggle for me. So, yeah. And I'm not doing this just to do it. I am doing it because I kind of want to. I'm just a little bit more frustrated with my computer at the moment in regards to Teton County. I thought it was going pretty good. So I'm going to do what I can to kind of get us back to that point. Again, it may be a completely different farm. It may be, obviously different setups. But I'm hoping that we can kind of get back to the same kind of feel. Honestly, I do kind of like having a smaller farm setup, kind of like what we had there, kind of like what we have here. But just some other amenities. And I think I've said before that I kind of have a bad habit where I'll get into a game, I'll get into a rhythm, then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, let's try this, hey, let's try that, and all of a sudden I have all this equipment that I don't really need because I have like duplicates of it, and I'm just kind of like, I have like a crap ton of money because I might have cheated it in or did a lot of contracts and cheated the system or something along those lines. And I have all this other equipment. It's like, okay, where do I go from here? So I'm going to try to do things properly, like I always seem to say. Yeah, I know, I feel like a broken record, and I'm sorry, guys. But I kind of have my own way of playing that I like to play. Because I like to have fun. And sometimes just doing things the outright legitimate way, like actually going and buying seed instead of just kind of cheating into the seeder. Hint, hint. I haven't even touched that seeder, so I can't do that yet. That just kind of is a little bit more entertaining for myself because I can kind of keep going without having to stop. And so I'm trying to take things to a different level. In all my gameplays that I've been doing lately, I've been trying to break the habit of going the easy route. Of trying to be a little bit more legitimate, so that way I'm a little bit more legitimate with my money. But at the same time, I'm also trying to just simply have fun with it. So if there's a certain way that you guys enjoy watching me play or farm or whatever you want to call it, let me know. Because if you guys say that you prefer, the way I've been doing things versus the way I'm trying to do things, I'll definitely take that into consideration. There is no might about it. I will take that into consideration. And we'll just kind of move on from there. But it's just been a while since I've been here on this map, so I figured what better map to get back into and try to keep things a little bit back to normal, and then Elmcreek. Plus, I think I had a decent Elmcreek one going, but I think it was a modded map, in all honesty, so it may have not been the most legit setup. Plus, it wasn't entirely base game. I mean, I'm not saying anything about the mods I run by any means, but yeah, so we are looking at about 118 bushels off of this field, which I guess isn't too bad, but when I just realized, looked at something for that I need to remove. I gotta take the lubricating grease off. I thought I disabled that mod. One thing I think I might actually do, or at least attempt to do, is replace this farm here. Now hear me out. Replace it with a farm that has a working silo. Or replace it as one that can actually hold, is a hay barn. I think that I'm going to do that at some point. I know it's going to cost me a little bit extra money because that's the way it is. It's going to have a function and act like a silo. So I know it's going to be a little bit more funds than just the way that is. I get that. But I also want that to be functional aside from just a shed to keep some equipment in. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and if I can make it into a working silo to where I might be able to get rid of this, I don't know. That's definitely one of those things that I would definitely consider. So I know I'm probably going to have to take the lubricating grease off of just about everything. Oop. No, don't hit that. Because I just can't simply drive. I'm using mouse and keyboard. But I do want to, at least like the tractors. There we go. Is that an actual workshop? I don't think so. I think that might be the other thing I do is transition this into, fix this into an actual working workshop. Alright, so one thing with changing and turning on the oil instead of the grease is that none of my equipment actually has oil in it for me to run them. So we are going to head over to the shop. I did kind of have to cheat some oil into this guy, to be honest with you guys. And that's just so I can actually get something over to the shop to get the... oh, what the heck? To get the oil, and I also bought a trailer. So we have 4 barrels of oil, motor oil that we're going to get in these tractors before we can actually get them moved out of the way. I also bought 2 pallets of seed. And then a flatbed trailer to be able to haul it all, because I'd have to make 4 different trips at least. I would have to make, I'm pretty sure I'd have to, whoa, deer, out of nowhere. Just like in real life. I'd have to make probably 4 different trips just with this pickup truck. But with this trailer, I should be able to get it all in one shot. Alright. Let's not destroy things. Man, that trailer is wide. I guess it is signed for one of these guys to get up on that. I'm gonna let them know I'm here, and they're gonna hopefully get me loaded up, or let me borrow a forklift. Alright, so we just got the forklift taken back. And this is how we loaded things up. I didn't trust putting these side by side with these straps and holding the those barrels down. And then we got our seeds wrapped up and then strapped down. So I'm hoping that the weight is balanced enough for us. It feels like it is. But we're gonna have to go straight into the field for 2 of our pieces of equipment. Thankfully, the harvester is already in the shop. So, and it's under cover, so we don't have to worry about that. Plus, we don't have anything else currently harvested. So one of the stipulations, I can't remember if I already mentioned it or not, is that when I do contracts, I want to, well, initially, because I don't have the funds to actually have a separate set of equipment specifically for contracts, I'm going to be leasing whatever they recommend. That's the idea that I'm going with anyway. I have no idea how closely I have to be for this to work. Woo! That's interesting. Alright, so we got enough to get this guy going. Looks like he's got 7 bushels of seed in his tank already. But I need to get him out of the way because... Actually, let me double check here. Yeah, all 3 fields need plowed. But I need to make my way back to the shop and talk with them, see if they have a baler for us to use. We're going to do the same thing with this guy, get all these ready to go. And with the way this mod works is, and unfortunately I wish we could change it, but basically it requires new oil every 5 hours for in-game. I kind of wish it was a little bit more realistic, because that just seems rather quick, because like 5 hours in-game is really nothing. I think if they were to do it properly, wow, we've only used 7% of our oil to get these guys going. I didn't really need to spend the money on 2 skids or 4 barrels. Means we're going to be storing those, because we're going to be burning through those pretty quick. But yeah, every 5 in-game hours. Sorry, Cotton. Sorry, my dog was laying right next to my chair and I didn't want to roll over him. So I had to scoot him a little bit. Okay, so for that tractor alone, got us down to 3% as we're caught on said tractor. Alright, you know what? Since we can fire this guy up, let's just get him out of the way. I need to see what our horsepower is for all of our pieces of equipment. And that way we can figure out what kind of barrel? Wow. Wrong one. Baler. Wow. I just had a complete brain fart on that one. Wow. I know it's hot here, but wow. Didn't realize my brain was getting that fried. Now we need to get the oil in the harvester. Thankfully, with my fields, I can drive over them and no risk, because we're going to be plowing them up anyway, and there's nothing growing in them. Except for weeds here soon. Let's see here. Is this going to work at this point? Yes, it will. Sweet. Performing oil change. Please wait. Yeah, I know there's mods out there. There we go. I got too close and it kicks me right into the wood. I'm going to do something about that. And I'm just going to bring this guy around here, because we are going to be planting here, maybe? Crap. Okay, down to $6,500 just to get the equipment and stuff that we need to function properly on this field. So first thing we need to do is get rid of this weight, because we are going to go pick up the baler, and we have that the twine on the front of that we're going to attach to this 3-point. Let's get those hazards on, because we don't have any flashy lights on top. And let's get down to the shop. Alright, so we got our little road train together here. Like I said, we got our container up here of twine that is attached directly with a 3-point. They already had these attached. There we go. They already had those attached or put up on that trailer because I did ask them to do that when I called. Then we'll just get the stuff as we need it, which is going to be the fertilizer first and then the plow. But we need to get back to the farm and figure out a way to get this stuff off because I just realized I don't think I have a set of forks at the house. Lovely. That box is going to be more difficult than I expected. Yeah. Hi, Fluffy. Alright, so I ended up pulling the pickup truck over here, and somehow, miraculously, we got it moved into the bed of the pickup truck, and the fertilizer we just kind of did by hand, unloaded by hand, so. Let's see here. There we go. Just getting the auto load set up. Because we're going to go straight into baling.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be right.
Only downside to this baler is that pickup isn't the greatest as far as width goes, but it does alright for the most part. As long as I can maintain my path on the line, it tends to pick up most of the stuff. So, yeah, with this configuration, it loads straight onto the trailer, or it gets picked up by the trailer, whichever you prefer. And really don't have to worry about doing a second pass, unless of course I miss a lot with the baler, which I kind of missed a couple in that first row, but yeah. But you kind of get the gist of where we're heading. Next video, we might just still be working on these fields, getting them ready. So this one I might be a little bit more so of direct as far as how we're handling it. As I get way off track. Oh, duh. I was looking at why it was telling me to refill the baler, but it's because I have the... Why isn't that picking up? I had issues with this trailer before, so we may have to possibly go a different route. if it keeps acting up like it is. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do, I think. Because for whatever reason, it's not doing things right, or I don't have something set up right. So guys, I'll get that fixed in the meantime off screen. I'll get these bales taken, get everything baled here, picked up, and probably taken off to sell, assuming I can get them loaded properly onto this trailer. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just like a few here and there. Ooh, I'm gonna get it. Don't mind the bells everywhere. If you made it this far in my video, guys, I want to say thank you, good night, greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your week. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next episode. So as always, take care. Peace.